So, you're hodling crypto, you say, but have you spared no expense to protect it? After the break, we're going to review AmberKey. And welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Seth. You're watching Mind Your Biz, and today we're reviewing the AmberKey seed phrase backup device. This is not sponsored, but AmberKey did send me a unit for testing and evaluation. Thank you, AmberKey, for that. It makes it a lot easier to do unboxing footage and to put it through its paces and give my honest and unbiased opinion. So what follows is just me not having any kind of financial incentive to give you any specific feedback on whether or not I think the AmberKey is any good. That said, Mind Your Biz, the channel, does participate in the Amazon affiliates program. So if you like what you see, or if you think this is a good product for you, please do use our link. It does help the channel a lot, and it costs you nothing. So appreciate you doing that in advance. This is the AmberKey.net website. It tells you all about the product, tells you all about what it is that they are delivering here in terms of value, and even shows you how to use it. All it does not do is give you an unboxing. I'm going to do that in the footage that follows, so I guess roll the footage. Let's cue that footage. You're going to notice in the background as I do that, I'm going to scroll through their website. It shows you right here, very straightforward, handwritten notes of your seed phrase. Basically indestructible. So that's important to note. That's not just their own words. It's literally true. It has a resin or an acrylic that has a two-part hardener so two-part hardener. It's a bit like an epoxy, right? A clear epoxy that forms once it's fully cured as an acrylic. So fully see-through, and then you just put your seed phrase behind it, handwritten with non-destructive and non-aging or non-acidic and non-destructive ink and paper underneath. But very simple concept that I'm blown away nobody thought of before. So kudos, AmberKey. You made it as simple as possible, and they're tools that anybody can use. I'm probably going to get one of my children who's into crypto right now to use this instead of just a metal seed phrase backup plate. So let's take a look at what they think is important about it. It's easy, it's resistant, safe, and undetectable. What do they mean by that? They mean, since it's on a metal seed phrase plate, you don't have to worry about whether or not it has ferrous content or it has non-ferrous content, if it can be picked up by a metal detector. The debate rages on within the Bitcoin community as to whether or not you should use stainless steel or aluminum. Aluminum is easier to actually scratch or to use a Dremel tool on, but stainless steel is ironically better for metal detectors because of the way that metal detectors are tuned to ignore ferrous metals, since they're not valuable for the most part. They're not considered valuable by those who would use metal detectors. But ferrous metals, those that have iron content in them, can be picked up with magnets, right? There are problems on both sides. Nobody's arguing that metal isn't a really good, robust, and long-lasting material, but it does have its problems, right? It does have its issues as well, and it can be detected. So here's how it works, right? You just have your seed phrase written down on the included paper, and it's actually a sticker. It's not just a paper. And then once you're done with that, you peel off the backing, stick it to the bottom of the little tray that comes in the box, as you can see in the unboxing footage. And in the background, you'll see the two-part epoxy, right there. Everything that's included is also kind of shown there, but we show it in a little more detail in the unboxing footage, as you can tell. And then you take off the cap, right, on both sides of the epoxy, remove the air, and then make sure that equal parts are poured into the cup. Use the included dipstick to stir it for about 2 minutes so it activates the hardener, right? This is a two-part epoxy, which if you've ever used two-part epoxies for automotive repair or for cold welding, then you know it takes a certain amount of time to activate the hardener and with the resin, and then you have to pour it immediately following and apply it immediately following and get the correct fit immediately following before it begins to cure, and then let it cure for a certain amount of time. And each two-part epoxy is a little bit different from its competitors in that space. If you're familiar with this sort of material, or if you had to use this sort of material before. Finally, pour it into the container tray right here and then let it dry for 24 hours. I don't know what the initial curing time is to make it safe to touch, but that's not really the point, is it? When it comes to a seed phrase backup. For a seed phrase backup, we don't need to handle this often. We just need to then put it into some place that's very, very private, very hidden. You might want to hide this plate after all of the epoxy, the resin, has cured. You may want to hide it in a specific spot. You may want to make duplicates of it and put it in other areas away from your home. You may want to put it in a safety deposit box. That might be your plan. I'm not going to tell you what is the best there. I do offer consulting for individual use cases if you have questions about that to know exactly what the best situation is for you, right? You may need to do some problem solving to figure out what the best situation is for yourself in terms of where you put the seed phrase backup. But I love the simplicity of the AmberKey, and I really appreciate that the AmberKey team sent me a unit for testing and evaluation. But I think that it's pretty great. Here are my thoughts. We're going to click on through to Amazon, and I want you to see for yourself. And they've got a little referral code so they know how well their website has tracked also. So there is a difference if you click on my link in the description or if you click on the link from their website. They're going to know how those referrals were sourced. But here are my thoughts. $39 without Prime shipping, so I don't believe that it is. I think it's fulfilled directly by them from their warehouse. They don't have this in Amazon's warehouse, but I'm sure that they are trying to get it sent fast. Oh, you know what? It looks like I'm mistaken. If I'm logged in with a different browser, and I'm not logged in here, then I should be able to get free 2-day shipping. So it may be in one of Amazon's warehouses right now. Yep, says right there, sold by Fever Out, but ships from Amazon. So they definitely are giving you the free 2-day shipping. And here are my thoughts. For $39, you could do worse. I don't have a really good visual aid on the metal plates here, but as you know, I'm a fan of using what's called a scribe to scratch onto inexpensive stainless steel plates. That doesn't always work for everybody, though, because using a scribe versus using a marker can be very, very difficult, especially if you're not used to really pressing and digging your handwriting into a plate. So something like the AmberKey might be right for you. This, however, is very low cost. Getting a really good scribe and metal plate combo can cost you as little as $15 or $16. And right now, with the AmberKey coming in at about $40 for just one unit, caveat, it has 2 stickers inside of it, but 1 unit. You can put 2 seed phrases inside there by putting the stickers back to back and then immersing both of them in the resin, but you don't go beyond those 2. So let's say maximum value, you have the 2 seed phrases inside of your AmberKey, right? Let's just say that you put 2 inside of this case, and then you encase it in the resin. It's about 1 seed phrase for every $20. Still not quite the same value, in my opinion, as getting metal seed phrase plates. So you'll have to decide for yourself if you think that's worth it. If you're only putting 1 seed phrase into this AmberKey, then I think you're selling yourself short. I think it's worth putting 2 because it does come with the 2 seed phrase papers. That said, there are possibly other ways for you to tackle this. I love the way that AmberKey makes it so simple for you to just have it already in its own tray. But you could, of course, take your own seed phrase, write it using some other sort of paper, right? Acid-free paper and archive quality ink. You could create your own seed phrase backup system that way by having epoxy and putting a clear resin over the top of it some other way, but you'd have to engineer that yourself. So the convenience plus the simplicity, right, of using this resin combo, I think is great. I think you should take a look at AmberKey. Definitely evaluate for your own purposes. I'm not telling you have to buy anything. And again, this is not sponsored content. Those are just my thoughts on the matter. There are ways for you to engineer your own solution, but if it's this simple, why? Why engineer it when you could support another business that has made it their full-time pursuit to solve that problem for you? I like it. I do. I like it. And I think that the unit that I got for testing and evaluation is going to go to a family member. I would strongly encourage them to use it. And I think that if you don't already have a backup solution, the AmberKey is as good as any. Definitely as good as a metal backup plate because of how long it will last and how easy it is to use. So consider it. All right. So we've answered the question. Is AmberKey any good? I think yes, it is pretty good. If you've enjoyed this content, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to get an AmberKey, please be sure that you use our referral link down in the description of this video. Appreciate you watching all the way to the end. You're the reason I make this media. Remember to stay private and mind your biz. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. Remember to check out mineyour.biz, where you can sign up for Mine Your Biz Insiders, our occasional newsletter where we don't spam you, but we do send out occasional important information, including flash sales and important deals on privacy-preserving technology. This is one of the ways that we can talk to you without censorship and without the oversight of third-party media platforms. You can also check out the new Mine Your Biz phone, as well as merch, or sign up to become an affiliate for anything sold directly on the mineyour.biz website. You can earn a percentage of anything that we sell. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. You're the reason I make this media. I love your face. Remember to stay private and mind your biz.